Fox News alert: Russia and Iran carrying out more joint military exercises, with the Islamic Republic moving military assets while the U.S. ramps up its presence. One expert claims Iran is repositioning strike drones under the cover of these joint drills with Russia. Brett Velikovich is a Fox News contributor, former special operations intel analyst and drone expert, and he joins me now. Brett, good morning to you. So yesterday we learned about these joint Russia-Iran exercises, and now we have Cameron Schell of defense firm Dragonfly, who tells Fox News the Russia drills would cover for the Iranian forces to move their drones into strike position. They've gone under the veil of doing the military exercises, which happen to be along the coastline, and this is an escalation. So both sides are escalating here in terms of preparation, and now we have your area of expertise in play with drones. So respond to this reporting, this suggestion that Iran is using drones, and how drone warfare would come into play in a situation like this.
Well, hey, good morning, Carly. Well, Iran, as usual, keeps thinking they can get away with it, that America isn't watching. And this posturing for war, I think, is a major mistake on behalf of the Iranians. The history shows it only ends badly for them. Between us and the Israelis, we have a lot of intelligence information on them. They like to hide their drone operations under this guise of exercises, but yet we're almost, flying ours in broad daylight. And I think that's the difference between a regime pretending to project strength and a real military that actually has it. What we're seeing right now, it's not just this routine military maneuvering. It's a chess match in the air. Iran's repositioning strike drones under the cover of these drills with Russia. And that tells me two things immediately. First, they still don't want transparency. And second, they're testing this battle positioning under plausible deniability. And by the way, let's not forget that this is exactly what Russia did before they went to war in Ukraine. They lied to the world, and they even, with their own soldiers saying they were conducting military drills, they went across the border and conducted operations. And look, I spent a lot of time working with U.S. MQ-1s and MQ-9 Reapers. When the U.S. MQ-9 Reaper operates in that region, we're not posturing. We're collecting. We're mapping radar signatures. We're identifying command and control nodes. We're watching how Iranian drone units deploy, how quickly they reposition, what frequencies they're using, how they're integrated with the Russians. The Reaper, it's not just a precision drone strike platform. It's this flying sensor hub. And the U.S. is gathering data that matters before a crisis. But really, Tehran, they've got to think really long and hard before testing U.S. resolve again.
Brett, how much ability does Iran have to impose cost to the United States in terms of striking our military bases in the region?
Well, I tell you, they've learned a lot from the Ukraine war. I spent a lot of time on the ground there. I can tell you drone warfare is relentless. It's this constant adaptation. It's electronic warfare layered over kinetic strikes, layered over cyber operations. Iran has been watching that. They've learned a lot from Russia. They've seen how low-cost, high-volume drone warfare can grind down a technologically superior force. They've seen how electronic warfare jamming drone swarms, it changes the battlefield. And I think, they've absolutely studied how Ukraine innovates in real time, where they've modified drones, shortened the kill chain, and they're trying to absorb those lessons and refine it for their own doctrine. But I think, the key difference here is Ukraine's been innovating out of necessity and defending their homeland, while Iran tries to adapt their drones for terrorism and regional destabilization. And I think our administration isn't going to put up with that. That's why you see this persistent ISR from our side doing intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance before you see these big headlines of war. Because the bottom line is we shouldn't wait for drones to be launched at our assets. We have to watch, learn, and then sort of prepare these counterattacks.
Well, the president has given a deadline of about 10 days, so this is certainly something that we will be watching on the top of the list. Brett, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.